Trump. Okay. Looking live, 1:21 a.m. in the morning at Trump headquarters. The cheers coming up.
You hear them. It's 1:22 in the morning.
There, as well as J.D. Vance, Senator J.D. Vance. They are getting ready to hear from former President Donald Trump again at 267. Not there yet, but looking at where that vote is in Wisconsin feet. What this means.
Well, I'm old enough to remember when Richard Nixon was declared dead in 1962. I remember the famous speech he said, "You don't have Nixon to kick around anymore." No one could imagine after that failed race for governor, he could have come back in 1968 and been elected president. That was a hell of a comeback. This, to my eye, was a man that was faced with many more slings and arrows than Nixon had been at that time, hated though he was by the Democrats. This surmounts that. This is an extraordinary comeback.
He campaigned so energetically, ruthlessly, fiercely,
and
with
stunned.
more joy than Kamala Harris. And it was so clear that Joe Biden was not going to be able to go the distance. If Joe Biden were still on the ticket tonight, who knows
oh my
what
gosh,
that might have even looked like. That he has been able to accomplish this. It is.
Did I just like my mom up and tell her?
And amazing.
Or 267?
About Susie Wiles,
maybe
his campaign manager. Very quiet. Does not like the limelight. Chris lost.
So all of the.
Was a really bad idea, and it's self-correct.
I can't even think.
This is why I'm getting on a plane
the news stations have been showing this is what happened in 2020. This is what happened in 2016. Blah 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 blah. I think that's just Tom filler.
100% not going to change. That is very important for people like me to bring capital back to this country.
I don't want to get arrogant. But at this time in 2016, Hillary went home.
And whether you love Trump or you hate him, every Democrat owes him a thank you very much, Mr. President.
By the way, as the poly market,
I can't believe we're here.
Like, went up exponentially.
Yes,
I've been counting down
so you're buying.
Biden getting out of office since November of 2020. Okay, so I've been looking forward to this for a while.
A lot of stories were written that said that he was going to blow it in Pennsylvania.
My support for Trump has not wavered. People have been like, well, if he runs again, I don't know if I'm going to vote for him because it was this, this, and this. It was chaos. It was blah, blah, blah. Never. Not once, not twice, not never.
Selena Zito, who's somebody that we
got the House, right? Senate. Okay, we got majority.
The people of that region love somebody who is a big thinker, who wants to create jobs, who is like looking into the future, and
I've been looking forward to this day for a while. So,
she doesn't want to take a position on anything. We haven't even talked about how in California,
I don't know. I mean, I'm just
to basically make shoplifting illegal again. Passed overwhelmingly.
I can't think.
Our friend down the DA in Los Angeles lost by 22 votes.
I've been gung-ho for President Trump literally since he came down the escalator.
2 days before, 22 points. Thank you. She wouldn't even take a position on that. 75% of the people
it's just never wavered. I've just been 100% Trump.
Not only that, you were part of Prop 47.
I didn't care about the media lying about him, trying to destroy him.
Is a problem if you want to be a leader at that level.
She had that in 2020. Why didn't her own party say, you're not the right
JD
candidate?
has made his way to Mar-a-Lago.
Well, they did. They ran her out of town right before any votes were cast in 2019.
But the same
and then she's flexed out of there.
Hit her here. The same problem she had in 2020 hit her in 2024. I mean, it's not all her fault.
I was expecting a lot of cheating, honestly.
Well, we
like I said, I've been looking forward to this since November of 2020. And
1:30 in the morning, so you can kind of wonder how many people are alive to hear.
I'm just, I've been looking forward to this. Like the past 4 years have gone by.
I think back at the moment in Iowa, at the beginning of this process, Brett,
and
at a town hall with him, bless you,
just knowing, that the Trump presidency, I felt like was over really fast. I remember talking to my friend Renee. I'm like, Mr. Renee, this is like 2016. We got Ohio. I think we're good. She's like, oh, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm like, girl, what my faith? And I said something to her tonight that where we were 8 years ago, 10 years, whatever, 8 years ago.
Who said that a campaign is a disagreement.
We got Ohio. I'm like, Miss Renee, I think we got it. Because all I've ever heard growing up is Ohio, 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 Ohio.
People are still going to have hard feelings.
It feels so surreal that we're here because it's like,
Chance to move forward, Brett. Go ahead.
Well,
this was, it was just like,
Biden, in my view.
It's crazy that we're
Biden was
here.
elected, we had every reason to believe that he would be this sort of moderate deal-making guy that he'd been when he was in the Senate. Yes, he's always followed sort of the
I've just been
party, but he worked across the aisle with many
how are you
senators,
gonna get
had
there?
Republican friends.
I've
and
been,
so on.
I've
That
been,
would probably be the kind of
because of 2020 and how they cheated, I've been dreading today. Like, oh my gosh.
The Democrats ended up with control of the
What's gonna
Senate,
happen?
At which point, old Biden started getting, these hysterical.
I would say
dancing in his head.
Democrats are a lot dumber than you think because
Articles about FDR.
she didn't even win to be nominated in 2020,
And that, in my
2016,
view,
whatever
that
it was, 2020.
he would have been, if the Republicans had maintained.
So she was put on the
First thing
ticket
that
with
happened was all that
Biden.
spending that led to the
The
inflation,
Democrats hate her.
led to a big
Biden hates her.
and-
It would surprise me if
and
Biden voted
the
for
country
Trump.
would have been better off because there's always a
But
danger in overreading your mandate.
she didn't get voted for. She didn't get voted into place. The people, the person that the Democrats voted for was removed
When he
forcefully.
said that he's going to be returned to norms, and then the historians came in and said, "No, you could be bigger than FDR."
I would be
So
mad
it's
if I
fine,
was
okay, I'll spend
y'all.
all the money, then they cause
But be
inflation,
dumb.
and now they end up with this result.
Well,
Y'all,
he has
Kamala
said
has
that, this
2 brain cells and they're both fighting for
President
third
Trump,
place.
If he gets to 270, which we expect he will, see thousands of people waiting, and we are about to hear from the next president of the United States. He will be 45 and 47, and we're waiting for him to join the room. And we'll take you there, obviously, as soon as
This
that
is
comes
the
underway. In
second
meantime,
president
Grady Trimble
ever to have
is in Michigan. Let's get a quick update.
non-consecutive
just outside of
terms.
Detroit. Hi, Grady.
Hey, Martha. Yeah,
God, I'm
people
so
were getting a
thankful
little
for
bit
this,
tired
Lord.
here,
You've
but then
done.
the call for Pennsylvania was like a jolt of electricity through this room at the Michigan GOP watch
You've done
party.
so much for our country,
And
Lord.
The crowd started chanting USA. They started chanting Trump, Trump, Trump. As it now appears, he will be the 47th president of the United States. Now, in addition to
If we get Alaska, we're done.
and the call for him in Pennsylvania, they're also excited about the possibility that Michigan could be the state that tips him over that magic 270 number. We're also following a very close Senate race
I mean,
here in Michigan.
my biggest fear was with this that they would not call for anything. Tennessee, no, Georgia and North Carolina, Pennsylvania. My biggest fear was that they were going to cheat.
Where here they extended this ballroom venue all through the night if they had to, and now it looks like the crowd is fired up as they await former President Trump taking the stage.
I do remember in 2016, I went to McDonald's a few days later, and this lady was telling her child, the child asked something about, is it bad that Trump won? And she's like, it's so bad. I'm like,
as Grady mentioned, Mike Rogers in Michigan is up. Looks like he is getting closer. We haven't made a call there yet.
make the call. Daily Wire has it. Okay, Daily Wire has it already. They've had it for like a while now.
He's closing in on Jackie Rosen.
Wow.
It's just been a hell of a journey, guys.
And shoot someone that tries to come into my house.
Like, it's been a journey.
It's become nonsensical to the point that I don't know if we're looking at Medea runs for president or not. I mean,
it's just
outstanding what has happened from the black male perspective, and I hope the
we've been through so much.
Yeah, and you talk about young males and
let me tell you something. If someone's debating me on Trump and they mention January 6th, the debate is over. I won.
Surprised when you see these voter analysis numbers that young voters came out heavy for Donald Trump.
Yeah, well, young voters can
like, we've been through so much just in the past July,
she changes her position
August, just the past 3 months.
They didn't like that. Many across the country, young students said, for me,
he's almost killed.
Also, is mass atrocities, is collective punishment, is what I see going on in the Middle East, and I see us as complicit in. And so,
been investigated incarcerated.
I'm not just
He's been
enthusiastic. Yeah, I'm not going to get out.
falsely convicted, because I will never admit that he was ever convicted, because he didn't do anything wrong.
We got to jump back. Sorry, guys, back to you. We got Trump coming up.
Trace, thank you. The Fox News decision desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
The former president's comeback will be complete with a win in Wisconsin, a state that he narrowly lost 4 years ago. He is now the second president in U.S. history to win non-consecutive terms. The first was Grover Cleveland in the late 1800s.
And Kaylee, it's a multiracial party to your point. It's working class, and maybe it's the future. I mean, it's Elon Musk.
I have held my breath since November of 2020.
There's an opportunity here on both parties to realign and change.
There are going to be a lot of conversations that go on.
I can breathe.
To that end, who is the next standard bearer for President Trump? Is it J.D. Vance? Is he the one who picks up the torch?
Wow.
After a 4-year legacy-defining term, the success that Kellyanne's describing?
Man, I'm glad I'm not on TikTok.
It's going to be a conversation about ground game.
Man.
Kamala Harris over the weekend, they were saying they were knocking 1,000 doors a minute, and I have no reason to doubt that. It was an extraordinary ground game, but do ground games matter as much as podcasts, as much as real, authentic?
That was insane.
Moments like President Trump on the garbage truck, or President Trump at McDonald's. These viral moments that really captured the attention of the nation. And what does the Republican Party look like going forward? It's a broad coalition. It's an exciting coalition, and I think if President
Y'all just don't know.
manifests that working man agenda.
I didn't want. I have been, very mindful, very demure for the past few hours, all day actually. I didn't get my hopes up. I didn't get too excited.
When you're talking about
So.
the authenticity part of this, because when I think about him with the French fries at McDonald's, and
This was a fun one though. The last month has been fun. 3 months ago was kind of, but the past month has been fun.
and they are authentic, and I think that is something that Kamala Harris fell really far short
Wow.
on.